All right, I'm going to say it again for Gary and Kuhn and whoever else was out yesterday. On the warm-up, we had denominators that had plus signs and minus signs. So when that happens, you take one of everything on the bottom. When it's like this, you find a common denominator a different way. Fine. You just think about where 5 and 2, what's a number that they both would divide into? 10. Okay, there you go. So our common denominator is going to be 10x, 10x, and 10x. Now you solve it normal. So you guys who were here yesterday should be able to do this. All right, so you ready, Mason? All right, the x's cancel out completely. All right, 5 goes into 10 how many times? 2. So now all you do is what's left over, you got to times it together and bring it down. You must have been sleeping. We did ones like this on Monday, actually. The ones yesterday we didn't do like this.
I didn't see.
All right, second fraction. Cross your x's out again. 2 divides into 10 how many times? 5. What do I do with these two numbers? Times them together and get 35. Now, why does nothing cross out on the last fraction? Because we don't even have a denominator. We don't even have anything on the bottom. So you just times them, 10x. All right, solve that, get an answer, and it's going to be a fraction. How many was in ISS? Huh? Mr. Batten might have the easiest job in the state. He never has more than about 3 kids in there. But if you had to listen to Ellis for half a day, that is pretty bad. All right, so I got 41 equals 10x. My answer is going to be 41 over 10. All right, so that one's a fraction. Yeah, you might be right as a decimal. I don't care. Question? Did I mess up? 6 plus 35 is 41. You got to divide both sides, Heidi, by 10. So, yeah, it should be 41 over 10. Now, you can divide it and make it a decimal if you want to. You don't have to. Can I see what you got? Oh, you always divide, Heidi, by the number that's with the variable. So, you got to divide by 10. It's with the x. All right, so we did that one, and no, 4 is easy. Y'all can do 4. Trust me, I did that one this morning. I'm just doing the hard ones with you. I think we need to go to number 6. I'm trying to show Gary some of each type. So let's go to number 6. That's not number 6. That's the wrong number 6. All right, number 6. I got 12 over a squared minus 16. All right, so sometimes you'll have problems on the bottoms, guys, that have a square, a squared or x squared. Coon, if that happens, y'all have to factor out that expression or that equation on the bottom. So how can we factor that out? You guys should be able to spit that right out. What is it? A plus 4, a minus 4. Good. Write it down. All right, so now we're back, Gary, to looking at when you got a plus or minus on the bottom. Our rule is take one of everything, and that's going to be your common denominator. So what's our common denominator going to be? I got to have 1a minus 4 and 1a plus 4, and I'm going to write it above each fraction. All right, let's let you guys do your crossing out steps. See how far you can get. Looks like both of them, right? So when that happens, just bring down the 12. All right, Mason, what crosses out in the second fraction? Good. All right, new people, watch this. Coon, Gary, when y'all distribute 24 times a and 24 times 4, you can't forget it's a negative 24 because of that minus. So negative 24 times a. And somebody help me. What's negative 24 times 4? Negative 96. All right, so that was one new step we learned yesterday. When you got a minus sign right here and you got to distribute, you have to distribute the negative. All right, that was one thing we learned. The other thing we learned yesterday was this. When nothing crosses out, because I don't even have anything in the denominator, I've got three things I've got to multiply. How do I do that process? I multiply the first number with the second number first. So I got to distribute here. That'll give me 3a plus 12. What do I do with the third term? You bring it down. Now, y'all got to full that out and bring it down. So full that and see what you get, and then see if you can finish the problem. Everybody can do full method. It'll take a long time. All right, so 3a squared times those two, that's negative 12a, times those two is plus 12a, minus 48. Somebody check my work. Is that good? Hey, we can cross these two out, can't we? Positive 12 and negative 12. All right, so I've got this right now. Look at it. Any questions? All right, are we going to have to factor this problem? Yes. How can you tell? Because we got an a squared. So that means I've got to get everything on one side. So let me ask y'all this. Why am I going to leave the 3a squared on the right side? Yeah, because you don't want to move it over here and have a negative 3a squared. I've never had y'all factor out something with a negative in the front. Okay? So I'm going to move negative 24 over here. It's going to make it a positive 24a. And I need some help. What's 12 minus 96?
Well, if you move it over.
Hang on. What's 12 minus 96? Negative 84. Move it over. That'd be a plus 84. All right, Banner, add those two up. 36? Positive 36. All right, so now from here, everybody can factor or do quadratic formula and get it right. But let me show you something. And I don't think I've showed y'all this year. This next step I'm about to show you, you don't have to do it. But guys, if you can divide everything by 3, it would make your numbers so much smaller. Now, if you don't divide everything by 3, you'll still get the same answer. But that makes it so much easier to factor out.
Would you divide by 3 because of 3a?
I divided by 3 because that was the biggest number that divided into all of them. And yeah, basically because the front numbers of 3 lets you know that's going to be the biggest number. So, y'all factor that out and we'll check our answers. All right, I got 6, 2, so that's negative 6 and negative 2. All right, check them. Do I throw either answer out? Nope, they're good. Guys, that's a pretty long problem. Some of these are just long. We just have to deal with it. All right, 7 and 8 were pretty easy this morning for first block. Let's do 8. Yeah, so what I did, I looked back at my original problem. I got negative 6 and negative 2. I can plug negative 6 on the bottom here. I can plug negative 2 on the bottom. It's okay. Same thing here. As long as it doesn't give you a 0 when you plug it in, you keep it. All right, let's do number 8. Negative 3 over x minus 2. All right, everybody should be able to factor that out. Y'all go get it. All right, so our common denominator is 1 of everything on the bottom. So what's our common denominator going to be? X plus 5 and x minus 2. I'm going to write it up here. All right, so see if y'all can work it out from there. I don't think this one's that hard.
If we do get a fraction for
Yep.
our answer, do you want us to put it in the most simplest form it can be?
I'll take it either way, but yeah, simplify. All right, so I got 3x. So had a lot of kids in first block get 1 or negative 1 on this. Is that what some of y'all are getting? So I got negative 8x minus 5. All right. check my work there. All right, this is why you don't get 1. Watch. When I take 3x and move it over, that becomes a negative 3x, right? So that gives me negative 11x equals 5. So the answer is negative 5 over 11. Crosses out in the first fraction. Good. So I cross these out. Now whatever's left, I've got to times them. So m times m is m squared. M times negative 1 is negative 1m. All right, Banner, what crosses out in the second fraction?
Negative 1.
What do I bring down, Banner?
5m plus 5.
All right, this is where kids got mixed up in first block. All right, Tyler, make sure you watch it. Nothing cancels out right here. Right, Mason? I don't have anything on the bottom. I can't cross anything out. And I got 3 numbers again left over. So what do? Well, you first distribute your 1. That's not going to change anything, right? So y'all can just really get rid of the 1 on this one. What do I do with these 2 that are left over? You got to full them out. So y'all do the full method, bring it down, and then work it out. All right, so full method, I got m times m is m squared minus 1m plus 1m minus 1. All right, so now y'all add up like terms on both sides, and this one is going to be a fraction. Say it again. Yep. All right, when y'all move this m squared over here with this one, they're going to cancel out, so the m squares are gone. So I got 4m plus 5 equals, they cancel out too. All right, that's what I got. All right, solve it from there, see what you get. All right, so move plus 5 over, that's a minus 5, that gives you negative 6. I got negative 6 over 4, which reduces to negative 3 over 2. All right, so y'all finish the other 4, bring them up right here and hand them in when you get done.